Well, hello there, folks, and a very warm welcome back to What's for Tea. And it's lovely to see you all again, and I hope that I find you all very well indeed. And tonight for tea, I've made this wonderful chicken fried rice. I haven't made this before, so this is the first time making this, and it turned out exactly as I expected. If you like chicken fried rice from the takeaway or the restaurant, you're going to love this because it tastes almost identical. So the first thing we're going to do is make the sauce. I'm using normal soy sauce. You can use any brand you like. We'll need a wee touch of dark soy sauce as well. Oyster sauce, and don't worry, this isn't fishy. It's just like a sweeter tasting soy sauce. And then some white pepper as well, and then a touch of sugar. And you just want to combine all of these in a mug or a glass or a bowl and give them a good stir together. I will put everything on the screen as I use it, but you'll also find it underneath the video down below in the description box, just in case you want to refer back to anything. So yeah, just pop everything into some kind of vessel, and then we're going to just stir it together until the sugar is almost dissolved. And that's going to be your marinade / stir fry sauce. You can use cooked chicken for this recipe or raw chicken. I already had cooked chicken left over, so I am going to use leftover cooked chicken. But like I said, you can use either or, but it will just take you a wee bit longer if you're going to use the raw chicken. So that's your sauce done. So just pop that to the side for the time being. Like I said, I am using leftover chicken. This is mine here, about 200 grams. You don't need that much because we are going to be using lots of other ingredients as well, and you don't want it to be all chicken and no rice. This is my rice here. This is just Uncle Ben's, the microwave rice, which I think, is the best kind of rice for this kind of thing because it's lovely and dry and it's not going to stick together. Use Jasmine rice if you can. And these are the other ingredients I'm using here. You're going to need about 250 grams of mixed veggies. So I've got frozen sweet corn and peas, carrots, and also a couple of spring onions and an onion and a couple of eggs as well. So pop your eggs into another vessel, and then you just want to whisk these together until they're broken up, and add a touch of salt as well. I've just got about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So just stir those together. We're going to fry those later on. So back to the chicken, and you want to add about 3 tablespoons of your stir fry sauce to your chicken. Whether it's cooked or raw, it doesn't matter. It's just going to act as a kind of marinade, to give your chicken a nice flavour. So either raw or cooked, like I said. So just make sure it's well coated, and then you can pop that to the side for the time being, and it should be looking something like this. Go over to your cooker. You want a really large frying pan, and you want this on a medium to high heat. I am adding vegetable oil. Add sunflower oil, something with a mild flavour. You don't want this to have a strong flavour because we are going to be adding sesame oil later on. So you want to fry your chicken until it's warmed through, or if it's raw, until it's fully cooked. So if you're using cooked chicken, just fry it until it's warmed through. And if you're using raw chicken, make sure it's fully cooked before you move on. And then you can just push it to the side, and I'm going to add the egg with that touch of salt. Just leave it sitting there for a good few seconds, and until it starts to cook. Once it's halfway cooked, I'm just going to give it a wee mash together, just like this, and turn it into a kind of omelette by flipping it over and then just chopping it with my spoon there. You don't have to be neat and tidy with this because this is just going to get stirred into your rice anyway. And don't worry if it mixes in with your chicken because it's all going to end up in with your rice and veggies, like I said. So just chop this up as small as you like. And that's you done. You want to remove these from your pan because we're going to use the same pan for the veggies as well. So pop those onto a plate, another wee touch of the same oil. Once your oil is nice and hot, add in your carrots and give these about 5 minutes just to soften up a good bit, but they will have longer because we are adding other things. Now for your sesame oil, this is very important. Do not skip the sesame oil because it's going to give you that authentic takeaway flavour There are two different kinds. You've got a toasted sesame oil and a wok cooking oil. If you can, use the roasted or toasted one. It's got a much better flavour. The other one is designed for cooking. The other one is for dressing. So if you can, use the roasted or toasted one. Add in your onions, and again, just give these a few minutes to soften up. They will go slightly translucent or see-through, and then you can move on. Now I'm going to add my frozen peas and sweet corn. These will only take a couple of minutes. If you like mushrooms or peppers, add those in instead. It's up to you. And I'm also going to add in one spring onion. Again, just give it a couple of minutes to cook in with everything else. And then we're going to add in the rice. And like I said, I am using Uncle Ben's Jasmine microwave rice, and it's lovely and dry, but make sure you pop it into the fridge for a couple of hours just to go nice and cold, and it won't stick together. It'll be perfect. Add in the rest of your marinade or stir fry sauce and give everything a really good stir together until everything and all your rice is fully coated with that sauce. It'll be nice and brown and uniform colour all over, just like this. And we're going to add in the chicken and also the fried egg and give everything a gentle stir together. I'm also going to add in my other spring onion. These are the more green parts of the spring onion, or the top parts, and then a couple of teaspoons of that lovely sesame oil. And again, just give everything a nice stir together and then cook for another couple of minutes, and that will be it, done. But like I said, do not skip the sesame oil. I know it's, you're thinking, oh, I'll just leave that out, but honestly, it gives this a beautiful flavour. And if you're looking for that authentic takeaway or restaurant style, chicken fried rice, it really is going to make a world of difference. So I've just popped this onto a plate just to let you see what it's like. This is beautiful at the side of a meal, or a curry, or even with some curry sauce over the top, or even on its own. It's a meal in itself. You've got your protein, your veggies, your rice in there. It is just delicious. Highly recommend you give that one a go if, like I said, you do like your Chinese takeaway style chicken fried rice. So thank you so much for watching as usual, and a huge thank you to the supporters of the channel over on my Patreon page, to the channel members here on YouTube, for you all for watching and leaving your lovely comments, those that share the videos, those that have bought me a coffee using the Buy Me a Coffee link, which is down below in the description box, and those that have left me a super thanks donation on the channel. And again, you will find that underneath this video. There's a wee love heart, because I have been asked, where is that? There's a wee love heart just underneath the video, and you can do that there if you like. And I will catch up with you during the week for another wee video or 3 back here on What's for Tea, or even tomorrow for our family meals of the week. But whenever you choose to join me again, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and bye for now. Bye now.